I want to read you three numbers, and then I want to show you why almost no law firm website is basically built to survive them. No agency spin, not my opinion, actually. This is Google just published these. So it's straight from their own data, which is just maybe a couple days old now. So, number one, the average search inside Google's AI mode is now three times longer than a normal search used to be. Number two is follow up questions inside that same tool are growing more than 40% a month. Think about that. And number three, one out of like every six searches Google's saying doesn't start with type words at all anymore. It actually starts with a photo, a video, or somebody's voice. I'm Marc Apple. I'm the founder and partner of Forward Push Law Firm Marketing. And I read the full report this morning when it came out because it's exactly the kind of thing our whole industry should be paying attention to. And mostly, I'll tell you, people aren't. So, right now, I want to walk you through it line by line, and then I'm going to tell you exactly what it means for the website that you're probably paying someone to maintain right now. So, Google's VP of Data Science for search published this study. So it's not one of these leaked memos. It's not a third party guess. This is actually Google describing its own year of usage on AI mode from launch basically up to this April. So when I say these numbers are real, I mean that Google is the one saying them about their own platform with a full year of actual searches behind them. It's the real deal. It's the data that Google has. So that matters because most of what gets written about AI search now is all speculation, just dressed up as insight. I mean, it's complete not true. This isn't that. This is the company that actually runs the internet, the largest search engine on earth, showing its own cards and showing what's really happening. So let's slow down on each one because they build on each other. And I think that's important to understand. Query length tripling means that people have stopped scanning and they've started explaining what they're looking for. A year or two ago, the assumption baked into most websites, and I think lawyers' mind, was that people would type in three or four words and then they'd skim a page of results. Google's own data says that assumption now describes a shrinking slice of reality. It's these follow up questions that are climbing 40% a month. Tells me, and when I look at the data, that it means people aren't leaving after one answer. They're staying in the conversation with Google. Like they're asking a second question and then a third question. So they're going deeper with whatever answer they received for the first question and then sticking around instead of bouncing somewhere else. This multi-model search crossing, one in six, means a meaningful chunk of the people looking for help right now, they never typed a sentence at all. Like literally, they took a picture of something and then they asked Google to explain it, right? So put those three things together, and you get a searcher who talks instead of types, sticks around instead of scanning, and then sometimes just skips words entirely and puts in a photo or an audio file. Now, that's not the person that most law firm websites were written for. I mean, Google sorted all of this into five categories: explore, decide, learn, create, and do. Now, two of those are growing faster than anything else. They're planning related searches and they're growing at about, Google says, 80% faster than the overall pace of AI mode. And questions that start with the word which have grown 40% faster over the last 6 months. So think about that for a second here. Um, the word which lawyer handles this? Which option fits my situation? That's not somebody gathering background information. That's actually somebody standing at the cliff of a decision. They're asking Google to help them make the decision for them. The people that are typing in these type of which questions into AI mode right now are much closer to picking up the phone than almost any other kind of searcher that we've ever seen. Um, Here's where this stops being theoretical, I think. Say you run a business law firm practice and your website has a page called Business Formation Services, right? It's a clean page, explains LLCs, corporations, the basics, right? Built exactly the way pages were supposed to be built 2 years ago. Now, think about what somebody actually types into an AI tool today. Something closer to I'm starting a two-person consultation business with my business partner from college. We don't fully trust each other yet. What kind of agreement do we need before we take on our first client? Your business formation page has no idea what to do with that. It answers a category. The person asked about a relationship, a risk, and a specific fear. Those are different languages, and Google just literally handed us a year of proof that the second one is the one that people are actually speaking now. So here's where I'd start, and I'd start on it in this order. Rewrite your highest traffic pages around a real situation instead of a category. No longer are you asking what keyword does this page target. Ask what a specific nervous client would actually type if they were explaining their exact problem to another person. Then just answer that. Build the follow up answer into the same page, right? So, whatever question someone asks first, there's a predictable second question sitting right behind it. And as an attorney, you know those questions: cost, timeline, what happens if I wait? Put that answer on the page instead of forcing someone to go dig for it somewhere else, because Google's data just clearly says that's far more likely that the person's going to keep asking than they used to ever before. And give your photos and videos real specific descriptions around them, right? Someone can photograph a contract or a collections letter, and then they're going to ask Google what it means and who handles it. A picture with no real context around it is basically invisible to the kind of search. So no matter how good the photo is, right? One more number from the report that stood out to me is the one that should probably set the pace here. Um, Google's AI mode has already crossed a billion with a B monthly users, and the volume running through it has been more than double every quarter since launch. So people are using this. That's not early adopter behavior anymore. This is real people. I mean, that's pretty much most of the country, most months, and it's getting faster at this than firms trying to reach them, right? So um I'll put Google's full report below so that you can see it. We've got our own research too that we did about how law firms specifically show up in AI search. I think read both of them, find your practice area, think about it, and then go type a really messy version of your own client's problem into an AI tool right now and see what your website has to say for itself. If what you find looks like the gap that I just walked through, um, you'd rather fix it than keep guessing, sure, give us a call. We're happy to help you. But I think do some of this preliminary work first to kind of see what your competitor's doing and where you can improve. I mean, this is all we do for law firms, so I'm happy to just help. Remember, Google measured a year of what's happening, and then they just gave us all the numbers. So the only real question is, how long are the rest of us going to wait to build for this new type of searcher that Google basically just told us is the one that we all need to capture?